there. I mean, right now, I don't see anything that's probably going to stop this thing from continuing to increase. It's a very intense storm. The rotation's pretty strong at this point. So, again, just watching it, but I would say you could have a tornado form at any minute from this thing.
Yeah, you're exactly right there, Chris, and we're going to continue to watch your picture very, very closely. We also just got a report of golf ball size hail out of Elmore City with this storm. So this storm is rotating, and if there is going to be a tornado that is going to be produced out of it, it's going to happen right here. So right now it continues to have that mid-level rotation. We are seeing this cloud get lower and lower to the ground. That is going to continue to enhance, or at least be what a thunderstorm needs for the tornado threat to become a little bit more enhanced within this. So we're watching this right here. Once again, mid-level rotation still being picked up within this cell. Jonathan, I know you've been looking at the radar very closely. Man, what are you seeing out of this cell?
Yeah, so it's getting its act together, and we can see that compared from radar and what we're seeing the storm starting to do, whether it's the hook echo showing up and it's showing rotation or in velocity. So you can see we're just watching Chris Sanders' stream right there, and there's the wall cloud, and we got to kind of watch. There's a little pendage there. Watch for that to become a little bit more laminar. So again, on radar, this storm is getting much more organized. Notice, and we had the hail report coming up. This storm has a history of producing, again, golf ball size hail in Elmore City. So the updraft is getting stronger. The storm is exploding. We have a good lock on it, and the trend is up with the storm. Chris Sander, you have a funnel with the storm right now, don't you? We're looking at your stream.
Yeah, on the right side of this wall cloud, guys, it really tried really hard there for a second. There's still rapid motion on that right side of this wall cloud, and I mean, it's just it came very close just now to producing a tornado. Rotation continues to be very intense. Like I've been saying, I mean, at any point this thing could drop a tornado. I mean, it's literally that strong at this point.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right there, Chris. And we have your picture. We're looking at it closely, and we know how fast tornadoes can come out of these storms. We saw it yesterday down in this same area, and we are still watching this rotation. Certainly, that threat is very much there, and this is where Chris Sander is saying that he is seeing that funnel. At least he saw it earlier, and it looks like it still has at least almost halfway down to the ground, almost here. Maybe not quite halfway, but getting pretty close. But there comes a point when you're looking into these storms and you have that rain coming down where when you start to see it coming halfway down, you almost have to be pretty much certain that there is going to be a tornado. We're seeing that rain starting to get wrapped around within this. This is east of Elmore City. So Elmore City, you are good. But those of us that are living anywhere right along I-35 from Wynnewood, looks like some lightning there pretty close. From Wynnewood towards Pauls Valley, this is your storm. Updated storm track now goes into Pauls Valley at 422, Pauls Valley Lake, 426, Byers 448, and then it goes into Stratford at 453. This storm has already produced golf ball size hail with it moving to the east. The afternoon commute is now beginning. Jonathan, probably what we need to do is look at these storms across Oklahoma City as well. Give those at home an update as to what's happening out across the Oklahoma City metro, because if you look out to the west, you're going to start seeing some storms moving in. We do have one cell that is right over Norman, and then another cell that is going to be right just now east of Lake Hefner here. And it looks like even a little hail core may be popping up here just east of Lake Hefner near the Cassidy School, and then another right along the Hefner Parkway here as you go just near the Northwest Expressway, just north of Integris Baptist, and as you get up close to Northwest 122nd Street here. But it does appear that there's going to be at least a hail core popping up within this cell, moving up to the northeast. At this point, it looks like mainly pea-sized hail coming in out of this, but that will likely continue to strengthen as it moves to the east and gets close to I-35. So it goes into Britton here at 409. That's going to be the town of Britton, or the community of Britton there on Britton Road. Centennial High School 414, Oklahoma Christian 418, Frontier City 419, Memorial High School 421, Hafer Park, Arcadia Lake, and then we go into Arcadia by 436. Let's go back down to Garvin County. Chris Sander, what are you seeing now?
Hey, Damon, I've got a funnel cloud imminent tornado just to my south. This southern updraft that's taken over. Funnel this halfway down right now. This will be south of Highway 29. We've got a tornado on the ground right now, Damon.
Okay.
Funnel cloud is 3/4 of the way down. It should be right. Oh, yeah, right. It should be on the right side of the screen.
Yep, here we go.
This multi-vortex on the ground, cone tornado. It should be just
Yeah, we see it.
South. Yeah. So just working my way to it right now. I'm north of it.
All right, yeah. Hey, Chris, we see it. So we definitely have that tornado on the ground there. This could be east of Elmore City. Tornado warning now for Garvin County. Tornado warning for Garvin County. This is going to be the tornado right here on the right-hand side. And that tornado certainly looks like it is continuing to strengthen, getting even larger here in the last couple minutes. This picture coming in from Chris Sanner, KOCO 5 storm chaser. Once these trees get out of the way in any second, you're going to see a pretty large tornado here on the right-hand side. But this is a tornado that is going to be in Garvin County control room. Let's stay on this shot because we're going to come out of it in just a second here. It looks like let's get these trees out of the way. But this is a tornado warning now for Garvin County. There you see it right there. So tornado on the ground there. And it looks like it is definitely doing some damage and kicking up a good amount of dirt. Here we go. Large tornado there on the ground. This is going to be just east of Elmore City. This is coming towards Wynnewood and eventually in towards Pauls Valley. So go into your tornado shelter. This tornado continues. Oh, there you go. Wow, look at that. That is a large tornado. Here we go. This is going to be near Elmore City, east of Elmore City. That is a violent tornado, and you can see that thing spinning around there. Jonathan, man, what are you seeing from over there?
Yeah, on radar, it matches right up. If the storm track coming into Wynnewood at 4:20, you have 15 minutes, Wynnewood. This storm is moving to the northeast at 30 miles an hour, coming into Longmire Lake at 4:37 and coming into Fitzhugh at 5:04.
Yeah, let's hey, control and let's put this up. Let's keep this shot live, obviously, but let's put a storm track for those of us that are going to be in the path of this. Let's put First Alert Doppler 3D on the right-hand side. There you go, Wynnewood at 4:20 there. Go into your tornado shelter. This is a violent tornado that is just east of Elmore City, moving to the east. So Wynnewood, Longmire Lake, Stratford, this is moving in your direction. This tornado that is on the ground, that has been on the ground for at least a good solid minute or so, much longer than yesterday's tornadoes, and that continues to get even larger. That is a very, very strong tornado moving to the east. Chris Sanner, if you're still live on the phone. Hey, Chris, what are you seeing from your vantage point?
Hey, Damon, I've got some golf ball size hail falling, but there's a large cone tornado, very strong rotation on the ground level. This is not a weak tornado. You do not want to be playing around with this. If you live in the path of it, it is probably roughly along or just south of Highway 7 and just south of Elmore City, and it is just a very powerful tornado at this point.
Okay, we see the trees right now. Are those trees going to be out of the way pretty soon?
Yeah, it's going to clear up here in a second. I'm just trying to keep track of this thing.
Stop when you get to a clearing so we can at least get a better visual on this. But there is a very large tornado. Once we get these trees out of the way, Chris is getting out, and there it is right there. That tornado continues to get, oh my goodness, that is a large tornado. Hey, Chris, we see it right now. Hey, Chris, do you see any structures that are in the path of that tornado?
Yes, Damon, there's a lot of houses in this area, just a lot of houses, so there's a lot of structures in imminent danger right now of this tornado. Very powerful. There is debris in there right now, Damon. Actually, it looks like it's hitting structures right now. Okay, yeah, Chris is now saying there's definitely a lot of debris that's getting thrown up. Oh, yeah, there you can see it. That is a very large and powerful tornado. Once again, go into your tornado shelter east of Elmore City. If you're anywhere between Elmore City and Wynnewood here, you can see there on the right-hand side of the television screen there, the storm track moving into Wynnewood. This picture coming in from Chris Sanner. He is near Elmore City, and that tornado, that is certainly violent. As he mentioned earlier, he already seeing some debris that's getting kicked up in the air, and there's a lot of homes that are in the path of this tornado right here. Hey, Chris, we're looking at your stream right now. Can you zoom in tighter on this storm? Yeah, doing that. I got to be very careful here. I'm kind of in the path of it. So okay, is it coming towards you? Chris, is this coming right towards you? It's going to come right at me or just south of me, it looks like. Okay, well, we're getting a debris ball here, picking up on the radar, and we can definitely see it, Chris. That is how far away, Chris, are you from this tornado? Because we see debris now getting kicked up in the air. Currently, I am about a mile to a mile and a half to the north and east of this tornado right now. Oh my goodness, Chris, Chris, be safe, man, be safe. But that tornado, that is a very violent tornado, already getting debris kicked up in this. Once again, if you're just now tuning in, this is going to be in Garvin County, east of Elmore City, west of Wynnewood. Once again, Wynnewood, this storm is moving in your direction. This is going to be also making its way towards Pauls Valley, but that is a violent tornado, and you see that debris that is getting kicked around
within this. That means that it has already hit structures, but that is a violent tornado. Once again, a very strong tornado moving east on towards I-35, Wynnewood, Pauls Valley. This is moving in your direction. You see there on the right-hand side of your television screen, this tornado is going to be on County Road 1680, moving towards I-35. This is going to be moving very close into Wynnewood.
It's going to go right into Wynnewood.
Yeah, Wynnewood, you have it is currently right now 4:10. You have 17 minutes, Wynnewood, before this storm is going to be moving in. But this is a very, very strong and violent tornado, multi-vortex. Chris Sander, what are you seeing now?
Hey, Damon, this tornado has gotten a little closer to me. It's about a mile to my south and west right now. Very powerful tornado. As you guys have said, it's multi-vortex on the ground. Very impressive visually. It's very strong is the best word to put it. And this thing, right now there are no structures. Actually, there is a house to my south that this thing is coming towards. But where it is at immediately, there are no structures. But this is going to be a long-lived tornado. There's nothing this thing is just going to last a while, it looks like.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What Chris Sander just said, this is going to be a long-lived tornado. Wynnewood, we cannot hit the message hard enough for Wynnewood. This storm is moving in your direction, and even west of Wynnewood, right along I-35 and just near Highway 17A. This is going to be moving into, again, eventually some higher density homes and neighborhoods, but this is a multi-vortex tornado. You can see all the kind of those vortices that are just spinning around within this, and at times you're going to see at least debris get kicked up in the air. But this is a strong tornado, continues to do damage just west of I-35. Wynnewood, you have about 10 minutes or so before this tornado and this tornado-warned storm is going to be moving in, but just look at all that spin there with this cell moving to the east, and we're still seeing it looks like trees are getting kicked up there from time to time, but 427 is when it's going to move into Wynnewood. It's going to move into I-35 area much earlier than that. If you know anyone that is traveling southbound on I-35, tell them do not go any farther down to the south. Stop in Norman. Do not go south of the Riverwind Casino, as this tornado-warned cell is going to eventually move right over I-35 during the afternoon commute. Chris Sander, what do you have?
This tornado just hit another structure. Debris is just in the air, full in the air right now around this tornado. Very, very powerful at the surface. The ground circulation on this thing is strong to violent, and it is continuing to move east right now. I'm actually going to creep up on it as it approaches the road in front of me.
Yeah, and you can see there in the last 10 seconds or so how much larger this tornado just became. You know, before you could see right through it, you could see at least through the other side there, but now this tornado is becoming much larger. It is continuing to strengthen, and look at that tornado. That is moving across Garvin County. Once again, I-35 west of Wynnewood, south of Pauls Valley. This is your storm that you need to watch closely. Go into your tornado shelter in Wynnewood. You have about 10 minutes before this storm is going to move in, and Wynnewood, that is 10 minutes where you need to collect your things, go into the innermost room of your home or the tornado shelter. That tornado is violent. That is an incredibly large tornado, and this tornado is one of the strongest tornadoes that we have seen in quite some time. Moving to the east, updated storm track now goes into Wynnewood at 4:30. So anyone from I-35 in Meridian down there in Garvin County, this storm is coming for you. This is a very, very powerful tornado continuing to move to the east, and Chris Sander is repositioning here, but you can still see it right there moving to the east. Jonathan, looks like they just updated the tornado warning. What kind of language are they using within this warning?
Well, at this point, I don't think it matters. We're just watching it right now, and on velocity, it's so strong. Chris Sanders right there, and it's getting, I think it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. The funnel up top is getting wider, so we got to watch for it to barrel out a little bit.
Yeah, and as we know right now, this is not a tornado emergency, so that is good. That is good. But this is a very large, damaging tornado that is moving to the east, right to I-35. Once again, large tornado moving towards I-35 and in towards Wynnewood. This is continuing to strengthen. Chris Sander, I want to go back out to Chris Sander. Hey, Chris, what's the road? What kind of road are you on there, and what kind of homes are you coming up upon?
Hey, this tornado is literally about half a mile to my south. It is passing just south of a home, but it has hit another structure right now. This tornado is a lot closer than it looks on the screen. Now it is a very powerful tornado crossing the road right in front of me.
Yeah, no, we see that. And that power line that's right in front of you is about to get knocked over. This is a very large tornado that is right in front of Chris Sanner. This is going to be in Garvin County. And as he mentioned, it looks like he just hit another structure. Look at all that debris that is just getting kicked up within this tornado. Those of you that are in Wynnewood and I-35, I cannot hit the message hard enough. This storm is moving in your direction. And as we've been saying for a while now, this storm is not showing any sign of weakening anytime soon. And it is continuing to strengthen as it makes its way towards I-35. For anyone that is headed southbound on I-35, if you're listening to us on the radio right now, this is a large, powerful tornado that is now moving across Garvin County and going in towards, eventually in towards Wynnewood. Here is the tornado right here on the left-hand side of your television screen, and continues to make its way closer and closer to I-35. Once again, tornado warning continues and will continue to move to the east as this tornado, a violent tornado, gets even closer and closer to Wynnewood, south of Pauls Valley, and right over I-35. Here's an updated location there on the right-hand side of your television screen, right along County Road 1680, west of County Road 3320 in Garvin County. Large, violent tornado. What was that? Okay, let Jonathan know that. So, all right, so you can see there on the left-hand side of the television screen there, this is Chris Sanner on this storm, and on the right-hand side, Wynnewood, and now it looks like the community of Joy. You are going to be in the path of this tornado as it continues to move to the east. Looks like, let's see here, looks like Chris Sanner is now on a paved highway. Hey, Chris, if you're on the phone, hey, Chris, what road are you on right now? Do you know?
Honestly, Damon, I do not know. I will have to get that information here in just a second. I am to the north and west of this tornado now. It continues large and violent. I am about a half mile to the northwest of it.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, how close are you to this tornado?
Just about a half mile from it right now. It continues to move east-northeast. Very powerful at the surface, a big cone tornado. I would say right now it's going to pass south of all the houses in this area, but it's I mean, yeah, you just don't want to mess with this thing.
No, you're exactly right. And this storm has been on the ground for a while. This tornado has been on the ground, and that tornado is violent. This is east of Elmore City control room. Go ahead and fix the locator here, because now we're getting closer to I-35 and Wynnewood. This storm is not going to impact Elmore City, but this is going to impact those of us just west of I-35 in Garvin County, west of the community of Joy and west of the community of Wynnewood. You see here, this tornado has clearly been on the ground now for a good solid 10 minutes, and it continues to just be a very impressive looking storm. And impressive is not a good word to use when we say that, but this tornado, it looks like it's moving to the east fairly quickly now. Jonathan, how fast is the storm moving?
It's going to, because I think it anchored, I think it slowed a little bit at 25 miles an hour, and it might be going more to the east than to the northeast, and that's what's going to happen. When the supercells anchor, the actual storm will turn to the right a little bit, so it's more to the east than to the northeast. So we have the storm track on it there, and you can see it right in front of us there. It's kind of looks like, you know, going through a roping stage, maybe a little bit at the bottom, but that is still a stout tornado.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And so you see on the right-hand side, this tornado is still just west of I-35 in Garvin County along Indian Meridian Road. But Wynnewood and Joy, this storm is moving in your direction, and we cannot emphasize the language hard enough here that this is a very violent tornado that is moving to the east. And at times you can see there all the debris that is getting picked up. It's been picking up a lot of debris, mostly trees, but there have been some structures that have been within this right here, moving to the east. So tornado warning continues. We're going to go through some at least a little bit of a dip here in the county on the county road, but we're going to pop back out, and there's that tornado right in front of you. Once again, Chris Sanner near Wynnewood, and that tornado continues to churn to the east, getting even closer to I-35. And now it looks like this may stay just far enough south of Wynnewood that at least the circulation will not go over Wynnewood, but in Joy, the community of Joy and Davis as well. Joy and Davis, you are going to be in the path of this storm. Go into your tornado shelter immediately and get away from any type of windows as the storm continues to move to the east. This is going to be moving right over I-35. It is currently 419. Give it about another 5 minutes or so, and it's going to be right over I-35. This tornado, once again, a very, very strong, violent tornado continues to spin, moving right over Garvin County. Chris Sanner, how far away are you from the storm right now?
Hey guys, this tornado is about half a mile to a quarter of a mile right in front of me. It is passing very near a home right now. It looks like it may be missing the home, but it is starting to lift north just a little bit. It's been moving mostly east, but it has started to lift a little north. And it might mean, hopefully it means it's a weakening a little bit, but we'll see. It's wafting entire trees into the air right now.
Yeah, no, we can see those trees that are just getting whipped around within this tornado. It looks like, there you go, right there. When you see trees like that getting pulled out of the ground, that is a violent tornado. Chris, this storm is right in front of you. It looks like it's getting ready to pass right over the road. You're less than a quarter mile in front of this. Power flash is right there. That is unbelievable, and a very scary storm that is now moving right over I-35, or right over this county road, approaching towards I-35. And there is a lot of, there's a lot of debris getting kicked up within this storm. Once again, a very powerful tornado now moving towards Wynnewood and Joy and Davis and Garvin County. This tornado has now been ongoing for almost 20 minutes now and still has not shown much of a weakening at all. Hey, Chris, looking ahead of you, is that road passable in front of you, or did a bunch of debris and power lines just get knocked down in front of you?
This road is no longer passable in front of me. There are trees on this road. This tornado has all but stalled at this point. I've got to watch to make sure it does not come back to the west. It's actually started to go south now. You got to be very careful with this. It has hit a house. There is wood debris in the air at this location.
Is it moving more? Is it moving? It looks like it just backed away and now drifted a little bit to the right.
Yes. It's moved south at this point. It is on the south side of the road, but it was north of the road just a second ago. It's hit another house. There is more wood debris in the air right now. I've got to be very careful here, guys.
Yeah, you got to be very careful. Yeah, absolutely. And Chris, your safety is number one here. Don't get too close to this. We see a lot of people there in front of you trying to get up on this storm, but this is a dangerous place to be in Garvin County here. Once again, the tornado looks like it's jogged a little bit more down to the south. That might bring it more in towards around south of Joy, in towards around the community of Davis here. Once again, violent tornado still continues to move across Garvin County and is now about 1 or 2 miles west of I-35. It is currently 422. Joy, this tornado will be moving in at 433, and this storm does not show much of a weakening trend at all. As Chris just told us, it looks like one house was just hit just seconds ago out across just west of Joy, but this is where the tornado is, on North Meridian and County Road 1680, just west of I-35 and west of County Road 3260. Moving to the east, Joy, and then Davis is going to be right down here. So from Joy to Davis, you're in the path of the storm. You need to be going into your tornado shelter or the innermost room of your house immediately. Let's switch here and put this tornado right here in front of us. Looks like it's continuing to show violent motions here. And Chris, it looks like you're coming up on some debris here. What are you seeing?
Guys, there are houses through here that are just completely gone right now. All the walls are down.
Oh my goodness.
The trees have been stripped bare through here. This is not a good thing. The houses through here, there are several from memory, and yeah, they are all just, they're just gone right now.
Oh my gosh. Now, when you see that and you see the trees that are debarked here, this is bad. This is a bad situation here for Garvin County. Again, this is a very large and powerful tornado that has just moved right on through, and this continues to make its way to the east here. Once again, a very strong storm, and we're going to continue to watch this, but also Shelby, look at the most recent message that just came down, because we got to start looking near Moore as well. Looks like there's some rotation on a storm that's getting close to Moore. Not warned yet, not even severe thunderstorm, early stages, but look at this storm right here. This is a violent tornado now making its way towards Wynnewood. And hey, Chris, you're up on the scene now. What are your thoughts on this storm now, both with the debris that you've seen and with what this tornado is doing now?
This road has become impassable. I'm not going to get any further down this road. There is some very heavy damage through here.
Okay, now and just so you know, they're getting ready to issue a severe thunderstorm warning for Oklahoma County. That is going to be for northern parts of Oklahoma County. But let Sky 5 know, look at that cell that is going to be, that's going to be near Moore. Again, Moore, you're okay for now. Moore, you're okay, but this tornado warning continues for Garvin County. And just looks like, as Chris just mentioned, this road is impassable. Still shows tight circulation now just west of Joy and west of Wynnewood. But this tornado, he can't go any farther down. This road is blocked. So he is going to have to make his way around these down power lines. And it looks like, no one's going to be able to make their way any farther down. You see everyone there starting to turn around. But this damage that this tornado has done out across Garvin County is very scary. It is very scary. As Chris just mentioned, trees have been debarked. When you get that type of storm moving in, that is one of the stronger tornadoes that you can have. So he's going to have to reposition. But guys, we need to look at this. Let's see here. This storm that is going to be. Let's see here that the Weather Service just said storms near Goldsby and the south side of Moore are also showing rotation, and they are watching it closely. That is going to be the storm that's right over Moore. For Oklahoma County, we're going to have to start juggling all of these storms all at once. This is going to be a very busy afternoon here, but this is a brand new severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued for Edmond. It looks like we're starting to see at least that spin, that rotation coming in just west of Edmond, west of Oklahoma Christian. Hail core within this. This is going to be warned on for quarter hail. Chris Lee, you're live on the phone. Go.
Yeah, we're just to the north of downtown Edmond. We're coming across on Danforth, trying to stay out of traffic, and not seeing any hail this far north with the storm. But that thing's really intensified here in the last 20 minutes or so. So we're watching that as it comes over, basically over downtown Edmond, and heads over towards I-35.
All right, Chris, we're going to watch it very closely. This is the early stages. Now, just because Oklahoma City does not have a tornado watch does not mean that the tornado threat is zero. It is still very much there, and we have seen what our atmosphere can do, as we just saw just south of town, out across Garvin County, where that tornado warning storm was certainly, that tornado continues. We need to talk to Chris Sander. I want to bring you back on the phone right now. Chris Sander, I know you have had to reposition. That tornado will be going right over I-35. Do you still see it behind you?
Hey, guys, this storm is to my east, or this tornado is. It's actually shrunk a little bit, which is very good news, but it still continues. It is about 3 miles to my east. I'm having to reposition. The road I was on, as you guys saw, was completely impassable, so I am trying to reposition. This tornado does continue to shrink, though, which hopefully is going to be a good thing. Okay,
well, that's good, but it looks like they will be reissuing tornado with considerable tornado, very large tornadoes. We just saw once again what just happened is that Chris Sander, that road became impassable. Debris all across the road. He could not get any farther, so he is now having to reposition on this storm that's out across Garvin County. But for those of us in Oklahoma City and Oklahoma City Metro, First Alert Doppler 3D shows storms going up now over Moore. Just got a report of some hail. There is a hail core with this on the east side of Sooner Road, just east of the Royal Bavaria, but we're still seeing that rotation that is coming in right over. This is going to be 4th Street and Moore, 19th Street, east of the brand new Moore Medical Center and east of the Warren Theater. This is going to be moving up now. It's going to be just right over Moore High School here and just north of Veterans Park. This is going to be some rotation within this storm moving to the east, goes into Stanley Draper Lake at 442, Newall at 509, West Watkins Lake 514, McLeod and Grand Casino here. This storm, as you can see, it's got that appendage to it, moving quickly to the east. We've got to watch this one as well. All of these storms are going to be critical today, as we have already seen what the atmosphere can do down across Garvin County. The same thing could happen here. Field meteorologist Michael Armstrong in Storm Command, where are you and what are you seeing?
Damon, we are actually in North Norman right now. We're at Robinson Street, I-35, looking at 2 different storms right now, as a matter of fact. We have the storm that's to our south. That's the storm that's down over the Noble area that you're looking at on our 360 cam. And I'm actually going to take this around now and look back up at the Moore storm. So you actually have 2 storms right now. Neither one are super intense. They do have a little bit of hail. I've seen a report of 1-inch diameter hail now along Highway 9, reported from a National Weather Service employee. So these storms do have kind of some little notches on the back side of them. We're going to watch them close. Nothing tornadic right now. Back to you.
All right, well, hey, just so you know, the storm over Norman, Michael, is starting to show at least some signs of strength in it. So stay on that storm because this is going to eventually move into Pottawatomie County. So from what we are getting now from the emergency manager in Murray County, who is also appears to be working in towards Garvin County as well, is that this tornado has roped out right along I-35. That is good. That is great. You're currently watching KOCO 5 at 5 o'clock.